Today we're going to be making camouflaged pictures. And we're going to be doing that because this week is color week. Every project that I've done this week has been all about color. So we started making our own color wheel. We did another project using drawing Wile E. Coyote and coloring him in with like a color scheme. Well, today we're actually going to use colors to hide or camouflage an animal or a creature that we draw. So my example is not actually colored in because my example wasn't done in color and it's not totally finished. But my example was I hid a butterfly in this picture, and I used value. And value is how light or how dark something is to hide or camouflage it. Well, that's kind of what we're going to be doing today. But it takes a lot of work to color a whole piece of paper. So if you have paper today, what I do recommend you to do is to fold it in half and cut it down to a half-size sheet, because it's just a lot of coloring. Or if you're working in a sketchbook, just divide out like a section of the paper that you're going to work on as opposed to coloring in the whole paper, because otherwise it'll take you a really, really long time. Okay? So I'm going to switch down to my down screen. Let's see. Oh, wait, hold on. I see some comments, some chats.
I saw a comment about the video quality.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I think it's okay for the class. It's just a little bit lower than normal.
Oh, weird.
Nothing you can do to fix that. I'm sure it's just the bandwidth there.
Oh no, sorry. Let me see. How does this look?
That's a little out of focus.
A little out of focus? Okay. Try focusing it again. Better? Or the same?
It's about the same. I think it might be the lighting.
Huh. Hold on, I can try this spotlight, but I don't know if that'll help. It just kind of gives it a reflection.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, we'll just try our best with what we have today. I don't know why today the bandwidth is a little bit off. And actually, so this is a little blurry to begin with too, Scott. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I can read it.
Okay.
But it's just a little fuzzy.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little fuzzy even just in person. So,
okay.
All right. So before we get started, just really quick, talking about the colors on the color wheel. So the color wheel is all the colors that make up white light. So these are all of the spectral colors. And we know they go in an order starting from red. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. And some of the things that we talked about in another class were that there's two types of colors. You have your warm colors, which are the colors that are on the bottom, the colors of fire, the colors of the desert, and you have your cool colors that are on the top. So everything from green to violet, kind of. And those are like the more just cool colors, like I think cool water or the sky or ice, like a glacier, I don't know, blues. So today, we're actually going to be using the color wheel to help us when we color in our picture. And we're going to be using something called analogous colors. And analogous colors are colors that are next to each other. So they're colors that are like connected on the color wheel. So I'm going to start our drawing in just a second, but I'm just keeping in mind that when I camouflage something, and this is true of real animals in around the world, is that they have to blend in. So if you're camouflaging yourself, you need to pick colors that are gonna like blend your creature in. So a color scheme that you could pick could be green, green, and blue, because they're all next to each other. I wouldn't pick like red, orange, and blue, green, because they're, not totally on the opposite sides of the color wheel. So we're looking for analogous colors, the colors that are next to each other. Okay, so we're gonna get started. And like I said before, this was my example, my unfinished example, where I hid a butterfly inside my picture. And so it's totally up to you what you draw today. It can be as simple as you want. It can be as detailed as you want. But you're just going to start with a simple shape. And it doesn't have to be, I did a bug. Your picture does not have to be a bug. It can be anything. Some good examples are butterflies, and I'll draw a couple of different examples over here. So you could do a butterfly. You could do a simple like beetle. You could do, let's see, hold on, let me look at my example list. 1 second. So yeah, if I wanted to do like a simple like little like scarab or something, or like a little like beetle type creature, I could do like a simple beetle. So I could kind of come up like that. I'm just using super simple shapes, super simple shapes to do my bugs, to do my creatures. And like I said, you could hide a person. You could do like a person's face if you wanted, or you could do. I mean, it's totally up to you what you choose to hide in your picture. Does anybody have any ideas what they're going to hide in theirs? If you have some ideas, go ahead, write them in the chat. I'm curious. Could be like an animal. You could do like a lion or like a tiger. You're going to do a person's face. So, oh, sure, I'll recap real quick. So we are camouflaging a creature. So, oh, a fish or ice cream cone, that's cool. A frog, my mom's face, a cat. So we're camouflaging a picture inside of our image today. So if you look closely, you can kind of see that this one was a butterfly that I hid inside of my picture. And we're gonna be talking about value today to color it in. Two things, we're talking about value and about analogous colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. And that's what we're going to be doing to kind of hide our creature. I like some of these yin and yang. Yeah, I guess you could do a yin and yang sign. It might be kind of interesting. Yeah, you'd have to like, oh, I like the fish idea. That's a really good one. Yeah, so you're just kind of coming up with like a super simple thing to draw. Super simple. Like, I mean, you don't want too much detail. I'm actually like I probably won't even do this little bug because he has so many details on his like little legs and his like antennas. But you're just coming up with a super simple picture to draw. Oh, I like the idea of a fish. Let me practice it. So sometimes before I draw something on my real paper, I'll practice it on my, I have like a little placemat I put down that just kind of helps me. Or, oh, I have an idea. Maybe I'll do like a little snail.
Grace is asking to see the color wheel again.
Sure. Here it is. There's the color wheel again.
I'm going to unmute Charlotte. She has her hand up.
Sure. What's up, Charlotte?
One. So, is it okay if I use a square paper?
Sure. Yeah, the shape of your paper is totally up to you. It
And
can be square.
I think I'll do a snake because it's green, and I think I could do like green leaves around it.
Ooh, a snake would be really good. A snake would be really, really good. Yeah, that's a good idea too. All right, so I decided I'm gonna try to hide a snail. So I'm gonna put this on top of the color wheel just for a second. So I'm gonna draw my snail. I'm gonna decide, maybe I'll go this direction. So I don't wanna draw it too small. I kinda wanna make my picture a little bit larger. And I'm gonna decide where, maybe I want it to be down on the bottom corner over here. Like I said, I'm just keeping my picture pretty simple. Don't want too much detail.
Lee, I'm going to unmute Soren. He has his hand raised.
Sure, Soren, what's up?
So are my colors okay? The colors I chose.
Oh, you know what? We haven't even gotten there yet, Soren, but if you look at the color wheel, if you can tell if there are ones that are next to each other on the color wheel, then they are right. So
I chose red, orange, yellow,
Yeah.
green, and green.
Those are all good colors. Those are all on one side. They're all next to each other, especially red, orange, and yellow for sure. And the green too. They're all next to each other. Awesome. All right. So it's kind of also up to you how you choose to camouflage your creature. So I'm going to do it using a lot of sharp lines, almost as if my picture was on a piece of glass and breaking it up into lots of fragments. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pencil, and I'm just going to start drawing in some straight lines, kind of like this, to divide up my paper, because this is kind of give me some interesting areas to color in and to kind of camouflage it. So I'm just kind of going up at like angles. Sometimes, like if I hit another angle, I will like stop and I'll take the line in a different direction. But you don't want to make these areas too tiny, or you won't have enough spaces to color in. And you also don't want to make the spaces too big, or you won't have enough colors. Like you won't have enough areas to color, and it'll just be like all one or two big areas of color. So it's kind of, you have to find a good middle ground between having like enough space and having big enough, or having like enough spaces, but making sure that there's not too many little ones. So I'm just going to kind of cover up my whole paper with some of these, like, I call them like glass shards, little shards of glass.
I have another question.
Sure.
So for our glass shards, should we use the ruler?
You absolutely can use a ruler. Absolutely. Totally. That's actually a great suggestion. So right now, you'll probably still be able to see your creature. And the truth is that you'll probably always know where it is. It's just other people looking at your picture might have a harder time finding it. You'll know where it is because you're the one who drew it. But other people looking might have a harder time. So I'm just continuing to color to add my lines, kind of covering up the whole space.
Megan's asking, does it have to be a creature?
No, absolutely not. Some people were doing faces. Some people were doing all sorts of things. It can be anything you want to. Basically, we're just doing like a hidden picture. So it's going to be a picture that's hidden inside.
Lizzie says she's doing a wrecking ball.
Ooh, so that's kind of awesome. Yeah, so it's totally up to you. This is a pretty open-ended project. So I'm looking at my picture right now, and I'm taking a step back, and I'm kind of looking at it and making sure that all of the little glass shardy areas are not too small, and I don't have any that are too big. And I can already tell just by looking at this that this one over here looks like a little big to me, so maybe I want to divide this one up a little bit. Maybe one more over here. Like that. And one last one right here. All right, once you have all of your lines and you have your picture drawn, then I'm gonna set it to the side. And so like Sorum's already doing, this is when you're gonna choose your color palette. So maybe I'm gonna stick in the cool colors today. So I'm gonna choose, before I start, I'm gonna choose some colors that I think I would like to color in with. So maybe green. You can choose like 4 or 5 colors. You can, as many as you want, as long as they're kind of near each other on the color wheel. Greens. Maybe I'll do I have like a light blue and a dark blue. I also like to test out my colors on my my sheet over here, just to see, because sometimes you think a color looks like it would be one color, and then you start coloring and you're like, oh, that color isn't what I expected it to be. So I just always like to test them out. Those are good to me. Maybe I'll choose a purple too. Go full cool colors over here. So what we're going to be practicing today is value. So value is how light or how dark you press down using your colors. So if you look at this example, you can see that every little area has a darker corner or darker side, and then I go from dark to light. So this is shading, and we're going to be practicing shading with colors today. So I'm going to pull my picture back over. I'll leave the color wheel kind of on top right here in case you need to use it to see. Now I have my colors, and now this is really kind of just up to you guys. I'm just going to go working kind of randomly. I'll choose one. I'll start with one color, and what you're doing is you're starting in one corner and you're pressing down really, really hard. And then as you move away from that corner where you press down really hard, you're going to lighten the pressure of your pencil to get a lighter value. Then as you keep going, you're going to lighten up your pressure even more to get an even lighter value. So you're going from dark to light. And the trick is to try to make that transition from dark to light look smooth. And so sometimes it's a lot easier to make something darker than it is to make something lighter, because you can't really erase color pencils. So I like to start out light and then add in a little darkness as I go to make it look a little smoother. But we're just practicing your shading today so that you're starting with a dark area and you're moving to an area of light. So I'm just gonna go around, I'm gonna do a bunch of different green areas. I'm kind of just working with one color, going from area to area. I'm changing which corners I think are like the dark area. There's no real light source. If I were actually drawing things to look three-dimensional, then for instance, if I was drawing a sphere or a ball and I wanted it to be a 3D sphere, I would have a light source. So I'd have to know, okay, well, this is where the light is hitting this ball. But for this project, there's no light source. It's kind of like more imaginative than that. So you're just kind of working around, practicing that shading from light to dark and practicing using value. This is why it can be a little tricky to do this with markers, because with markers, you can't go from dark to light. Markers only have one one type of line that they draw. It's just the ink that comes out. But with colored pencils, you can vary the pressure. And this is also why I wanted you to have a smaller area to work from today, because doing this kind of coloring over a huge sheet of paper can really take you a long time. So sometimes it's easier to start with a smaller picture. But learning how to shade is definitely something you have to practice at. It's a skill, learning how to move your hands so that you can vary that pressure and so that you can get those smooth transitions from dark to light. This will help you. This is just good practice for when you want to start drawing things in to look 3D and you're practicing your shading. This is a good practice for that. Yeah, and if anybody has any questions, we go ahead and raise your hand.
Caden has his hand up.
Caden, what's up?
Is my colors good?
Yeah, those are good ones. Those are ones that are right next to each other on the color wheel. Absolutely. I see all like warmish colors.
Light pink, medium pink, and a dark pink.
Those are great. Those are definitely analogous. Analogous colors that are next to each other. Totally. These are really good choices. Yeah. And if anybody else has any questions, let me know.
Here's Lily.
Lily, what's up?
I was gonna just ask if I could see the color wheel.
Sure, it's right here. There you go. It's right there. So yeah, three or four colors that are near each other on that color wheel. In fact, I think for mine, I picked blues and purples, but maybe I had a light green that I'm using. Maybe I also use a dark green. Yeah, I think I needed a dark green. I'm gonna add that one to my mix. In fact, I'll start coloring with this dark green already. Yeah, analogous colors are good to know because like when you're painting, especially if you want colors to blend in nicely, colors that are near each other on the color wheel will blend together. So if I was painting and I mixed like red and orange together, I would get that beautiful reddish orange color. Now, if I tried to mix colors that are across from each other on the color wheel, so if I tried to mix red with green, I would get brown. Because red and green together, that's the color that they would make. And that's true for any colors that are opposite each other. If I mix red and green, I get brown. If I mixed orange and blue, I would get brown. If I mixed yellow and violet or purple, I would get brown. But if you mix colors that are near each other on the color wheel, you'll get a variation of the colors that you're mixing. So like if I mixed like orange and yellow, I'll get like a yellowish orange. And analogous colors are for camouflage purposes. That's what all animals who camouflage themselves or creatures that camouflage themselves use. They have to blend in. How's the shading going with everybody? Everybody finding it okay? A little tricky? Or are you guys pretty confident? Like I said, it's definitely a skill that takes a little while to practice and to develop. Let's see.
Here's Megan.
Yeah, Megan.
Are these colors okay?
Oh yeah, those are awesome. You have the like whole warm colored spectrum right there.
Yeah.
Those are good ones.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, if I didn't mention it before, I know that some of you already heard this, but tomorrow is big draw. I hope you guys are coming. It's going to be super fun, and you can jump between classes. So it's going to be 5 teachers, lots of different projects, lots of different cool things happening. To be honest, I'm like, I don't know about you, Scott, but I'm very curious about Mike Funt's pie throwing. I kind of wish I was participating in that too. I know that's what Craig said. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. It's like, man, I have to teach at that time. Can I throw a pie?
Here's Kat.
Kat, yeah.
So I wanted to know if these lines are good. Let me turn my camera around. There we go.
Sure. Oh yeah, those are great. Those are really good. I wouldn't go any smaller than that for sure. And you're gonna try to do watercolors, right? So for the watercolors, it's gonna be a little trickier because you're trying to put a lot of, well, those are good watercolors. You're trying to put a lot of color in one corner and then make the color look lighter going out. And the way you do that is how much pigment you have on your brush. So I would start with like a lot of pigment on your brush in one corner and then add water to lighten it up as you're trying to drag that color out of that corner. Does that kind of make sense? You could practice on a different sheet of paper if you need.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, with watercolors, it's kind of a different technique because you're not just lightening up your pencil. You're trying to use water to dilute the pigment that you have on your brush. And the other thing with watercolors too is that watercolors is a totally different way of painting because there's no white watercolor. So anything that you want to leave white on your paper, not that we're leaving anything white on ours today, but anything that you want to leave white on your paper, you have to just not color. You have to leave the paper showing. Because unlike acrylics or tempera or even oil paints, like there's no white watercolor. So you gotta, it's like you have to plan ahead and you have to say, I know that I'm going to need to like save this area for a highlight and this area for a highlight and just not paint those areas. Yeah, I'm curious to see how everybody's is going. If you want to share your works in progress with me, just put your hand up and Scott will spotlight you. Thanks, Scott.
You're welcome.
So this project kind of reminds me of a kind of art that was, you might have heard of Pablo Picasso, who did a lot of cubism, and he would break up his pictures into like super simple forms and like their most basic level forms. And he has one that's like a picture, I think it's called a woman on the stairs, or it's like a woman who looks like she's falling down the stairs. And it's like, it's all broken up and you're kind of confused. You don't know what's happening. This picture kind of reminds me of that kind of process. Where
I'm gonna go to Grace's video.
Breaking everything up into simple shapes. Hi, Grace. What's going on? Cool background. I like the, wow. Ooh, that's some good value going on there. Nice shading from light to dark. Awesome. And good colors. I like you went with the cool color side. So you have blue, you have purple. Do you have a third color?
Yeah. I have, where is it? I have these two. Wait, these three.
Ooh, 2 greens. Yeah, those are good ones. No, 2 greens and like a different color blue.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. I like those. All right. Switching colors. I'm going to go with a light blue now too. So if you've never used, I'll color this one in and I'll show you if you've ever used shading to turn a form into like, to make it look like it's 3D, this kind of value practice will really help you with that, to help you with shading. So in fact, I'll show you on my picture over here, or on my placemat over here. So if I wanted to have a blue circle, maybe I had like a, here's my blue circle. So the first thing off the bat is I have to choose, okay, this is where the sun is going to be shining. Maybe my sun is shining from over here. So this area over here, I'll use my blue pencil. This area over here is going to be the area that is highlight. So there's not, I'm going to be very, very light. But that means the opposite corner is going to be super dark and shadowed. So I'm going to start on that dark corner and using that pressure of my pencil, I start dark and I lighten the pressure up. And then I even lighten it up further. And like I said, it's easier to start light and then add darkness as you go. So I'm going to darken it up just a little bit. Try to smooth those transitions out. Kinda. kinda. And then I can add in a shadow. So if my light is shining from over here, that means the shadow is gonna be on this side. So I can add in that shadow, and that shadow is gonna be nice and dark. So I color that in with dark, super dark pressure. And all of a sudden I've turned a flat circle into what looks like a 3D ball. So that's how shading can help you if you want something to look 3D, three-dimensional. So this is good practice for that. Yeah, does anybody else have anything they want to show? You want to show me any works in progress?
Here's Vienna and Victoria.
Yeah, hey girls. Whoa, ice cream, nice. I spy it. Nice job. What did you hide in yours?
She kind of did it a complicated way.
Oh, I see a little bit of it's a teddy bear.
Yes.
Very pretty. I
We'll
like
see
the
how
hearts
does it
that you
turn
did in.
out.
That's the hearts are great.
We'll see
I
how
love
that
it.
turns out. Thank you.
Nice job, girls. That's
Thank
such a
you.
sweet teddy bear.
Here's Kat.
Cat.
So I only shaded a couple of my shapes so far,
Let's see.
but hold on.
Ooh. I can see that you were trying to go dark and then color it in light, like more lightly with the watercolor. Nice. Very nice. So I would try to use even less color on your brush and more water. If I were demonstrating it, I would literally just put the color on the corner. Then I would kind of I would literally just put the color, like pretend this is my brush. I would just put the color in a corner, and then I would take my brush and I would dip it in water. I'd rinse it off, and then I'd kind of try to drag that color out into the rest of the section, okay?
So I actually have a paper towel here, so I got my paper towel a bit, and I'm trying to show you.
Oh, okay.
Like over by here.
Yeah.
Oh, you're seeing that one. That's why.
Oh, yeah. Did you just blot it with your paper towel? That's a smart trick, too. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Try that. To be honest, what you're doing is harder than what the rest of us are doing. It is a lot harder to watercolor in value than it is to color it in with crayons or color pencils. So props to you for trying out something that is more challenging.
You can do a little bit of value.
Yeah.
You can do a little bit of value with markers if you layer, so.
Yeah, you're right. You can. It's just, it's definitely harder than with color pencils or with crayons. So good work. Really good work. So this project also kind of reminds me of stained glass. I feel like I'm looking at like a piece of stained glass when I'm looking at this. If you've ever seen, there's I think the prettiest stained glass in the world, and this is just my opinion, but it's in Spain, and it's in this church called Sagrada Familia, which was started. Oh my gosh, I think it's a church that has been under construction for the longest period of time in like the world, at least in modern human history. It was by an artist named Gaudí. I think it's Anthony Gaudí, I think. And it's a crazy looking church. He does all of these like really like organic forms. It doesn't look like any type of building you've ever been into. And they have these, if you look it up, I'll write it here. It's called Sagrada Familia. And if you look it up, it has these stained glass, this work of stained glass that is just so amazing. They're just all different bright colors. And it's like they use a lot of like rainbow colors. So they use a lot of colors that are like analogous, that are next to each other on the color wheel. And it's just so beautiful. I think it's some of the prettiest. So the prettiest stained glass anywhere, and it's not. A lot of times, if you look at stained glass, it'll have like it'll be figurative. It'll be like you'll see like people or shapes that are in it. But the Sagrada Familia is much more abstract. It's just like broken forms, kind of like what we're doing right now. So I just think it's really, really striking. The colors. Look at a picture. If I was in a real classroom, guys, I'd be showing you a picture right now. See. This one. Yeah, if anybody wants to show their works in progress, put your hand up. I'm definitely curious to see how you guys are, how it's going.
Here's Charlotte.
Charlotte. Hey, Charlotte.
Did I choose? Look, this is mine so far.
Wow, you've done a good job at camouflaging it. I can't even see. Where's your hidden creature?
It's right over here.
Oh, is it a snake?
Uh-huh.
Ah, I see it now. That's pretty good. You're totally hiding it. Nice job.
Thanks.
Good camouflaging.
Thanks.
Here's Soren.
Soren, how's it going? Whoa, nice.
I'm far behind because, like, literally I had to keep, like, redoing because I made mistakes. But on my first ones, I tried to do a Wile E. Coyote face. It turned out
Like
to
we
be
did
too
yesterday?
hard, so I just gave up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Wiley is one of the trickier
butterfly.
characters to draw.
So I just did butterfly instead.
I like it. I like the colors that you're choosing too.
And I'm using markers. So
Okay.
the colors are red, orange, yellow, green, and yellow-green kind of, and
Yeah.
normal green.
Like a light green and a dark green. Nice. Awesome. Keep working on it, okay? Like I said, these take a while to finish. You may or may not finish yours today, or at least you may not finish it in this class, because they take a lot of work.
So in the art class yesterday.
No, I didn't have an art class yesterday. On Wednesday.
I didn't finish mine because it was basically really hard and long.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
And I had to use my sharpener a lot. So I basically had to dump it out twice.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's a sign that you're doing good work.
Here's Grace.
Yeah, Grace, let's see. Wow, that looks beautiful. Wait, hold it up a little higher. Oh my gosh, I can barely see you had a snail, right?
Yeah.
I can barely see it. You've definitely camouflaged it. Nice job.
Thank you.
Nice job. You finished fast too. If you want to start another one, you totally can. Or if you want to go back in and, I don't know, add in any details. If you want, you could take a black marker and you could go over all the lines, but it definitely would make your creature stand out a little more. So it depends on how camouflaged you want them to be.
Yeah.
Very cool though.
Here's,
Nice work.
is it Kian? Oh, he wanted to share. There he is.
Oh yeah, hi. You want to share with us?
I'm not finished yet.
Oh, okay. That's okay. If you want to share your work in progress, you totally can. Or if you want to wait till the end of class and share what you have, it's up to you. Which would you rather do? Share at the end?
I'll finish after class.
Okay. All right. No worries. Okay. So I'm switching colors again. I'm going to my dark blue now, which is kind of similar to my light blue, and that's okay. But I want them to be similar. I want them to like blend in next to each other. So the more tiny little spaces you have, the longer it'll take too. All right. Does anybody want to share any works in progress? I'm curious. Somebody said they were hiding a face. Who was doing a face? Somebody.
Lizzie was.
Oh yeah. Lizzie, do you want to share? It's okay if you say no. It's totally up to you.
Oh, but then she did a wrecking ball.
Oh. No, I think, wasn't that just a music reference? I didn't know a music reference. I don't remember.
I don't know. That's what she typed.
Oh, okay. Huh. Lizzie, do you want to share? Totally up to you if you want to or not. Oh, cool. Let's see.
I'm not done yet, though.
Oh, nice. I like those two colors that you have, though. That that like yellowish greenish color is kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
These are the colors I'm using.
Yeah. Oh, those are good ones. Those are really good ones. I like it. And you're doing a really nice job with the value. Nice. Good work. Okay. So did everybody have a good Cinco de Mayo? We made tacos in my house. Well, because actually, I think it was the first time ever that Cinco de Mayo fell on Taco Tuesday.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so it was a double taco day.
Wow.
That only happens once every 7 years or so.
Wow. Here's Kat.
Cat.
So I have a comment going towards like what you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Is that that I speak a little bit of Spanish, but not much because I'm still learning.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I wish I spoke Spanish. That's something that I've always wanted. I took Spanish in like middle school and high school a little bit, but I wish I spoke it better. That's a good language to learn.
Also,
very useful.
Also, that Mexican food is very good. And I live in New Mexico, so there's a lot of people who speak Spanish and lots of, it's kind of like Spanish-American culture here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, tortillas are delicious. Yum.
Oh, yeah, they are. They are. They're so good.
I'm gluten-free, and I'm allergic to them. Sad.
Oh, you are? I see Kian has his hand raised. Thanks for sharing. Kian, yeah.
So I made it like a jungle, but I'm not finished yet, but like I hid the snail.
Well, let's see. I see he's hidden. You need some more green leaves around him to hide him. Because right now he stands out because he's green and mixed with the brownish or orangish color behind him. Will you do some green leaves to hide him?
Okay.
Yeah. You need to hide him a little more. Otherwise he'll be seen. I saw somebody wrote that they celebrate Star Wars Day. Yes, Star Wars Day is a big day in my household too. My nephew was born on Star Wars Day, so we always celebrate it. It's a good holiday.
Here's
Yeah.
Charlotte.
I just finished probably because I have a small square instead of have a big one.
Nice. Oh, wow. Yeah, your snake is fully camouflaged there. Nice job. Really nice job. Cool work. And good job doing with the analogous colors.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. If you finish your, you guys don't have to linger and stay around for the next 10 minutes. But if you do go, remember that tomorrow is Big Draw. Big Draws only happen, it used to be only once a year, but I don't know how often we're doing them now. But this is our first virtual Big Draw. And it'd be awesome to see you guys there. Come learn how to throw some pies. Come learn how to draw some characters. Come learn how to make a mandala. Come learn. All right. Hopefully we'll see you guys there. I'm gonna need to switch colors. And if you do want to join Big Draw, it's helpful to, ahead of time, go to the website, the same website that you got the link for this, chuckjonescenter.org, and there's for each class you have some different materials. I think for all the ones I'm doing, you just need paper, pencil, colors of some sort, like crayons or colored pencils. And I think one of them requires a marker. So we're going to be, with me, you're going to be, I'm doing a class on drawing a city from the future. And we're doing some mandalas, and we're going to do like a crazy hair day picture. So you can choose if you want to go to any of those ones. You can choose going to Craig or Ben's class. Then you need like a lot of like materials from around the house. So you're gonna have to start scrounging to see if you like can find like toilet paper rolls and old boxes and caps and bottles and all the things that you usually like, recycled materials and things that you usually throw out. Your parents don't need anymore. You got to start hunting through for some of that stuff, because that can be turned into some amazing things.
Kian has his hand raised.
Ian.
So, I also hid this spider. I don't know if you can see him.
Oh yeah, you hit him pretty well. I think I can see him a little bit. He's cute. Is he a tarantula?
Yeah.
You just gave me shivers. If I saw a tarantula in real life, I would probably scream. Fortunately, I think the only place I've ever really seen a tarantula is like in a zoo setting or like a terrarium setting. Yeah, so we have about 5 minutes left to keep working, and then we'll do a quick share if anybody wants to show what they've got. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish mine. I'm close, but not quite there yet. You gotta work faster. But you gotta, if you start working fast, you gotta like, don't sacrifice your work for speed. You gotta like find the zone where you're working fast enough to finish something, but not fast enough that it doesn't look good. It looks like you rushed. Sometimes, I didn't mention this before, but sometimes I like to turn my paper as I work, so that, because sometimes it's easier to get into certain areas if I flip the paper around. So you could be doing that while you work too. You don't always have to have the paper right side up. Right now it's upside down for me.
Vienna and Victoria have their hand raised.
Yeah, girls. Did you do a second one? Oh, wow. You did like matching. They look like Andy Warhol prints. Very cool. Very cool. I like the blue and purple one too. And nice ice cream cones. You gonna do a third one that's in different colors? Have a whole matching set. Uh-oh. All right, well, good work. Oh, wow, can we see? Oh my gosh, that looks amazing. What an awesome, wait, is that the same teddy bear that's on your shirt?
It's not a teddy bear.
Sorry. Oh, okay, sorry. I wasn't sure if it was a teddy bear that was on your shirt. I love it. You did such a good job. That looks awesome. Nice job, girls. Thanks for sharing with us.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Would anybody else like to share their work so far?
Here's Laura.
Laura, let's see. Hi.
Working on it, but
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, did you also have like a delicious, it's like a soft serve ice cream cone, right? With like, yeah, that looks awesome. Were you using watercolors as well? What were you using to color it in?
watercolors.
Yeah, you are using watercolors. Yeah, those for the few of you who are using watercolors. Like, I'm really impressed. Watercolors are not easy. So props to you girls, because you really are challenging yourselves. Nice job.
Here's Kat.
Yeah, Kat.
So I'm from my sister, actually.
Uh-huh.
And this is mine so far.
Cool. Nice. You got a little bit to go, but yeah, that's a really good start there. Nice. I like the little eyes. All I see are the little eyes peering out. Thanks for sharing with us.
Yeah, I wanted the eyes to still be apparent under the paint, so I darkened it in with the Sharpie.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, that's the trick is
The
that
one
sometimes
place I use the Sharpie.
yeah, you may or may not be able to see him afterwards. It's kind of the trick is if you can hide him or her or it.
Yeah. It's to hide him, but don't make it so you can see that it's an owl.
Oh, cool. Oh, I just realized that your owl matches the owl on your wall.
Yes, it does. I studied an inspiration from, actually my grandma pasted that a long time ago, and we added the owls in.
I like it. I like that you were using inspiration from what you had around you. Very cool.
Here's Lily.
Lily, how's it going, Lily? Oh, those ducks grow every day. Every 2 days they are bigger, man. Like,
Oh, no, they're so cute.
I see everybody saying, "Oh, oh, wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful."
Hey, get
Oh
down. She did a little duck in the corner.
Oh, that's so cute. That is so cute. I love it. Everybody's being inspired by what's around them. So cute. How is your dog around all the ducks?
She wants to play.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, your ducks are so cute, and I can't believe how fast they're growing.
I know.
Oh, thanks for sharing. How many of? Okay.
Here's Liliana and Heather Rose.
Hi, girls. Wow. That looks awesome.
Can't really see it, but up here is a squid octopus creature.
Oh my gosh. Whoa. Yeah, I can't even see it. It's like fully camouflaged, which is true of octopi. Octopi do fully camouflage themselves. That they totally change their skin color. That's cool. Nice. Good job.
1 second to finish the style and then I'll
Are
share.
you finishing that last section? Ooh, oh, that's some good shading. I can't even see your creature. I don't even know where it is.
In there.
Oh wait, it's hidden in there.
Yeah.
I can just barely make it out. Oh, it's like an ant. It's like a mouse. What is it?
It's a deer mouse.
Deer.
Thing.
Okay. It's kind of like a fantasy creature.
Yeah. I guess it's sort of fantasy creatures.
That's cool. I like it. And really good job with your shading and like your value.
Thank you.
Yeah, I see a couple other hands. Yeah. Charlotte, let's see.
I just started a new one. Here's your.
Oh, your butterfly. The only reason I could see that it was a butterfly was because of the antennas. I bet you when it's colored, it'll be fully camouflaged.
Yeah.
Nice. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Here's
Megan. Ooh.
I did a shooting star.
I can barely make out the star. Oh, and I see it's shooting across the sky. That's so pretty. What a good idea. That's a clever one.
Thank you.
Nice. Thanks for sharing. Is there anybody else who wants to share? It is 11:02, so last call for anybody who wants to share any of their work.
Gina?
Hi. Hey. Ooh. It looks like oh my gosh, it looks like fire or something like exploding. It's so pretty. What is the animal that you hid?
This is dragon. That's why I added warm colors to make it look like fire.
Oh, wow. Clever choice. I can just make out the dragon. That's so cool. That's going to look really, really neat when you're done. It already looks really neat. Thanks for sharing.
Here's Kaden.
Hi, Kaden.
So this is my butterfly.
Ooh, all those colors work really well. You know what? I don't even know if I could see your butterfly. You fully camouflaged it. I think I see. Is it somewhere in the middle right there? Point it out. Can you point it out for me? Okay, that's what I thought it was. Okay, okay. But honestly, you camouflaged it so well, I could barely see it.
Yeah, because of that little corner where the antenna was. If I just colored it like you see like this rounding because of the white spot here.
Oh.
Rounding showing off.
Cool. Good work.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing. Really good work. Nice job.
Here's Soren.
Soren.
So this is how far I got, but I don't think you'll see my butterfly.
Oh, wow. No, you've almost fully camouflaged him in there. Good job coloring today.
So this is my butterfly. This is my butterfly.
The only reason I know he was there is because I saw your work in progress before. But yeah, you've like almost fully camouflaged him. Nice. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
I see a couple other people. I think Cassidy would like to share.
Oh, okay, Cassidy.
Hey. Oh wow, you did a big one too. I can't believe you finished that. What did you hide in there?
It's the tree.
Wow. Nice job camouflaging it, as I could barely see it. Nice job. Really nice job. That's awesome. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Oh, bye, Laura. Okay. Is there anybody else who would like to last call for share?
I think that's it.
All right. Oh, I see Esme.
Esme.
Yeah, Esme, let's see. Ooh, those colors, girl. Those colors are so good. Nice. I love the teal and that greenish color you got going on. What did you hide in there?
watermelon right here.
There's no way I would ever spy that. You've hit it so well. That is a true hidden picture. I would never have seen it. Thanks for sharing. All right, last call again. Final call. All right, I think that's pretty much everybody got a chance to share. All right, guys, I hope you had fun. And, oh, I see Caden has his hand raised. Caden, do you have a quick question? Yeah.
Oh, I'm done with the picture.
Oh, nice. Thanks for sharing your finished work. Good, nice timing. You finished it right on time. Perfect. Perfect use of time. Thanks for sharing, everybody. Yeah, hopefully you guys will see some of you tomorrow at Big Draw. All right, have a good one. Bye. And Scott, I'm going to stay on for a minute.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, oh, you're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, girl.
Bye. Bye.